don't you know you're gonna shut them down? I took my Cobra down to the track, hitched to the back of my Cadillac. Everyone was there just waiting for me. There were plenty of Stingrays and XKs. Spring little Cobra getting ready to strike. Spring little Cobra with all your might. Spring little Cobra getting ready to strike. Spring little Cobra with all your might. Hey little Cobra, don't you know you're gonna shut them down? When the flag went down, you could hear rubber burn. The Stingray had me going into the turn. I hung a big shift and I got into high. And when I flew by the Stingray, I waved bye-bye. Spring little Cobra getting ready to strike. Spring little Cobra with all your might. Spring little Cobra getting ready to strike. Spring little Cobra with all your might. Hey little Cobra, don't you know you're gonna shut them down? Around the far turn in the straightaway, I was blowing off everything that got in my way. The Stingrays and Jags were so far behind, I took my Cobra out of gear and let it coast to the line. Spring little Cobra getting ready to strike. Spring little Cobra with all your might. Spring little Cobra getting ready to strike. Spring little Cobra with all your might. Hey little Cobra, don't you know you're gonna shut them down? Shut them down. 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 Slower, we couldn't even ride. Not the fastest or the slowest, but it's the longest and the lowest. And the cats with envy all turned green when I took off with my hot rod queen. Yesterday we was tooling along, I was stone cold sober, not doing any harm. Saw the heat and make a quicker U-turn. Should have been there to watch the rubber burn. Not the fastest or the slowest, but it's the longest and the lowest. And the cats with envy all turned green when I took over with my hot rod queen. Rock! Made it across the county line. Not the fastest or the slowest, but it's the longest and the lowest. And the cats with envy all turned green when I took off with my hot rod queen.
Story of the hot rod race when the Ford and the Mercury was setting a pace. That story's true, I'm here to say, cause I was a-driving that Model A. It's got a Lincoln motor and it's really souped up, and that Model A body makes it look like a pup. It's got 8 cylinders and use them all with an overdrive that just won't stall. Got a 4-barrel carb and a dual exhaust, 411 gears that can really get lost. Got safety tubes and I'm not scared, the brakes are good and the tires are fair. We left San Pedro late one night. The moon and the stars were shining bright. Everything went fine up the Grapevine Hill. We was passing cars like they was standing still. Then all of a sudden, like the flick of an eye, a Cadillac sedan passed us by. The remark was made, "That's the car for me," but within the tail light was all you could see. Well, the fellers ribbed me for being behind, so I started to make that Lincoln unwind. Took my foot off the gas, and man alive, I shoved it down into overdrive. Well, I wound it up to 110, twisted the speedometer cable off the end, had my foot feet clear to the floor, says that's all there is, there ain't no more. Went around the corner and I passed a truck. I crossed my fingers just for luck. The fenders clicking, the guardrail post, the guys beside me, white as a ghost. I guess they thought I had lost my sense. The telephone poles looked like a picket fence. They said, "Slow down, I see spots. The lines in the road, they just look like dots." Smoke was rolling out of the back. When I started to gain on that Cadillac, I knew I could catch him and I hope I could pass, but when I did, I'd be short on gas. Side, you could feel the tension, man, what a ride. I said, "Hold on, I got a license to fly," and the Cadillac pulled over and let me by. Then all of a sudden, the rod started knocking. Down in the dip, she started a rocking. I looked in the mirror and the red light was blinking. The cops was after my hot rod Lincoln. Well, they arrested me and they put me in jail. I called my pop to go my bail. He said, "Son, you're gonna drive me to drinking if you don't quit driving that hot rod Lincoln."
Brother Joe took off in my Ford from San Pedro. We hadn't much gas and the tires were low, but the doggone Ford could really go. Now, along about the middle of the night, we were ripping along like plain folks might, when a Mercury behind he blinked his lights and he honked his horn and he flew outside. We had twin pipes in the Columbia butts. You people may think that I'm in a rut, but to you folks who don't dig the jive, that's two carburetors and an overdrive. We made grease spots out of many good towns and left the cops' heads spinning round and round. They wouldn't chase, they'd run and hide, but me and that Mercury stayed side by side. Now, we were Ford men and we likely knew that we would race until something blew, and we thought it over, now wouldn't you? I looked down at my lovely bride, her face was blue, I thought she died. We left streets through town about 40 feet wide, but me and that Mercury stayed side by side. My brother was pale, he said he was sick, he said he was just a nervous wreck. But why should I worry for what the heck? Me and that Mercury was still neck and neck. Now on through the deserts we did glide, a flying low and a flying wide. Me and that Mercury was a taking a ride, and we stayed exactly side by side. Then I looked in the mirror and I saw something coming, and I thought it was a plane by the way it was a-running, humming along at a terrible pace, and I knew right then it was the end of the race. When it flew by us, I turned the other way, and the guy in the Mercury had nothing to say, for it was a kid in a hopped-up Model A. Yeah, just a hopped-up Model A.
Hey, come on, man, they're dragging down the main street. Everybody, come on.
I got a date with my baby about 8:30. I don't have to worry, she won't be late. We're going downtown where the cats all meet. We're going downtown to drag Main Street. Drag, drag, all night long. Drag, drag, never go home. Dragging Main till the break of dawn. Dragging Main Street all night long. Everybody now, let's go, cats. All night lost. I pull it in low, double clutch it twice. I hear the cats holler, man alive. Drag, drag, all night long. Drag, drag, never go home. Dragging Main till the break of dawn. Dragging Main Street all night long. All night. Everybody. Well, we'll all get together about 9:30. We'll all line up side by side. When we get signal, we throw it in low, and everybody holler, go man, go. Drag, drag, all night long. Drag, drag, never go home. Dragging Main till the break of dawn. Dragging Main Street all night long.